Usman Shehu is a journalist. He's the editor in charge of the African desk at the German-based Deutsche Welle. Mr. Shehu, every day we wake up to killings, raids of communities, farmlands. We've seen cases where some people are actually also being abducted by murderous Fulani Herdsmen. And it depends on the community you speak to or a certain demographic you speak to. They say the international community is not even interested in the conversation. Rather, it's tagging it clashes between farmers, like we've seen in some of the platforms. I don't know if Deutsche Welle is also guilty of this. What is happening at the moment?
Well, first of all, I will make correction. I'm not in charge of African Desk. I'm an editor at the African Desk, and I'm in House of Service of Deutsche Welle, and I'm a member of Stop Action Genocide Group, which is a group that is working now on this issue of herdsmen and farmers' clashes. What you ask, these are two aspects. First of all, you said Fulani murderers. The second one, you talk about international, what are they doing? People are asking. I don't believe you said somebody a murderer because you don't have the evidence. And since there have been a lot of clashes in Boko Haram, nobody ever called Kanuri terrorist. There have been killing in Niger Delta, nobody ever said Ijao terrorist or Ijao murderers. There was a killing in Kataf, Zongon Kataf. That is one of the first beginning when people have immunity after killing others. Nobody ever called them Kataf murderers. So I think it will be good for media and you to correct your language, because you can't call a Fulani murderers, because you have Fulanis who are not murderers. You have murderers in all tribes. The clashes, people have been killing. No one is safe in this country. In many parts, we saw so many killing. So please, we should correct this word of calling Fulani murderers. Then the second one, what people fail to understand, not all Fulanis are herdsmen, and not all herdsmen are Fulanis. There are so many people who rear cattle, they are not Fulanis. There are so many Fulanis who never had a single cow. So I think it's good to correct this. Going into the international community, we always in Nigeria turn things easily to say international community, we are going to The Hague immediately, or the international community is not talking about this, is not doing. Yes, that is true, because the international community, this is where we borrow our democracy. These are people who claim to have human rights issue and so on. Yes, if there's killing, they should do something. But I think there's no international community who stand here and tell you Fulani murderers, because the 800 people who were killed in Mabilla, those who killed them, you can't call them charity people. Also, they are killers. So also, if you kill 800, you are not called killer. You are calling others a killer. I don't think international community need to come in here, because the problem we have are so diverse, even in Nigeria context. These herdsmen, farmers clashes, when I come to the international, I want to tell you, even we in Nigeria, we don't understand the problem before someone come in. Because what is happening in Zamfara is entirely different from what is happening in Taraba. What happened in Numan is entirely different from what is happening in some part of Yobe, Maiduguri, Gombe, and Bauchi. What is happening in Oyo, Osun, and other part of West.
So you're saying it's not coordinated?
No, what I mean, it is a different problem. Let me give you, for example, in Zamfara, there's no ethnic problem. Some of them are cattle restaurants. They have been there for a long time. I traveled myself to that place when the killing were going on. Far back when the Zamfara state was having Inspector General of Police, Abubakar Sadiq, to ask, and I met the Attorney General at that time of Zamfara State to find out why this killing continuing going on and nothing has been done. They said they have tried, they have sent some soldiers, and the soldiers were killed. So they believe these people are well armed. They need military with helicopters to go into this bush.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Global Terrorism Index report of 2013, which said that the Fulani herdsmen that are killing, the ones that are killing, are the world's fourth most dangerous terrorist group.
Well, the report, whoever write it, he wrote it because what he think. But I am telling you what is on the ground, and you are here. We are here. How many Fulanis are? I only know one leader from Mali who is part of the terrorists. But the terrorists, even we have in Nigeria, who are the leaders of this terrorism? How many people died in Niger Delta when men were attacking? We don't call them terrorists. We call them militias.
So you don't agree that they are terrorists?
No, I don't agree.
Okay.
Yes, because if you kill 800 people, I don't call you a terrorist. I can't see that I will single-handed set others who are killing people are terrorists, because everyone who killed, it is not good to kill. But you saw it, I saw it, 800 were killed. A general of army said this is genocide. A general of army said he has never seen that, even in Liberia, even in Boko Haram. A Nigerian army serving general said it, not me, not you. He confirmed this is genocide, this is ethnic cleansing. So why should, if we do not call these people terrorists, why should I call the other terrorists?
So what you're saying is that it's an argument between tribes and ethnic groups.
Yes, I wanted to tell you the problem you come in.
Okay.
What is happening in Taraba? You have cattle rustlers, the same thing in Zamfara and some part of Katsina and Sokoto. I saw myself when Katsina state government went to these people who are arms who live in the bush. I saw somebody who is even not a Fulani. He came into the Katsina state government house when the people came with their guns. So these are bandits, these are thieves. When you go to Taraba state, this is ethnic cleansing. This is ethnic problem. Because the Mabilla people have been living there for years and they don't even move. Their cattle don't move. The so-called cattle ranching and whatever, it is already there, it is existing. So this is something.
Are you genuinely convinced that the man who comes out to kill women and children, about 800 of them, some have said it in thousands, is a bandit?
Well, I believe, like I said, these are militias.
Okay.
Yeah. The same thing happened in Numan. 3 days old, a child was slaughtered. I'm not saying whoever did something is bad, but I can't single-handedly say these are the only people who are terrorists.
You've done a lot of research in this area.
Yeah.
Do you have the name of the group that is killing in Mabilla, in Zamfara, for instance? Do you not have a name of
in
Mabilla,
it is easy. In Mabilla, it is very easy. Mabilla is the tribe of Mabilla and Fulani, nothing else.
So who is killing in Mabilla?
Well, who killed the 800? I don't know who is killing, but the 800 who were killed are Fulanis. And that is what the general said, the Nigerian army general said, this is ethnic cleansing, this is genocide.
So who is cleansing against what other ethnic group? I want to know the name.
Well, the name are Mambillas.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, interesting.
Because he said even the local government chairman was implicit in this. He was part of it. Because he even said it in front of the governor that the community were being killed, but the traditional council, the local government council did nothing. He even mentioned people who shot him, that the local government chairman was speaking on radio, encouraging people to take arms. That is what the Nigerian army general said, not me, not you.
What is the role of Miyetti Allah in all of this?
Well, actually, Miyetti Allah has not ruled, because I don't know if you know Mabilla. Miyetti Allah, I lived in Mabilla before. There's no Miyetti Allah even there. They don't even have Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah ends in Jalingo. So, Miyetti Allah, how can Miyetti Allah even have a role? What role do they play? Miyetti Allah, to me, they are just cultural organization who play some part of Fulani issues, but I don't take them like people who represent the Fulani.
The Benue state governor has said that those who killed in Benue are Fulani Herdsmen.
And those who killed the Fulanis are who? I agree with you, but those who killed the Fulanis are who? And we saw in Nigeria a brigadier who is in Takom. He arrested militias with gun, and they said they are arms, and they are about 7,000. Not me, not you. It's the commander in charge of the brigade in Takum. He said they arrested militias, and the militias confirmed they were armed by Benue state government, and there are about 7,000 of them or more. That is, we saw them. I saw their picture, and I listened to the audio when they were arrested. And that is, who are they? Who are they, and who arms them? They said it's the government, not me, not you. They told the army.
Okay, but is there a link, directly or indirectly, between herdsmen and Boko Haram? And I say this because the DSS linked the herdsmen that attacked Benue, for instance, with the Islamic State of West Africa.
That could be possible. That could be possible because, like I told you, not all herdsmen are Fulanis, and not all Fulanis are herdsmen. Because the people who were killed in Numan, they were even rearing cattle of those who killed them, because they don't even have cattle. They were rearing the cattle, about 2,000 of the cattle that they are rearing belong to those tribes who killed them. So rearing cattle does not mean that if you see somebody in the bush, he is simply a herdsman, or every herdsman is a Fulani. So those who you see are people who move from one place to the other. I can't say everybody in the bush because nobody controls it. You cannot say there are no terrorists. There can be terrorists.
The Emir of Kano, for instance, has accused severally state governments of raising militias to, militias that all over the years and over the last 2 years we've seen are now attacking the Fulani ethnic groups within the Middle Belt.
Well, that is his own opinion, and that is based on his own understanding and his own research, and I believe in him. I believe in him. The only thing what I want to say is, militias are being built everywhere, and this killing has been going everywhere. We tend to think that Benue will make it like it's the focus of this killing. How many people were killed in Benue? I'm not justifying killing of even a chicken. But how many were killed in Benue? When you are talking like this, how many thousand were killed in Zamfara? How many hundred? Just now you said even some are thinking over 1,000 in Mabilla. We don't focus on that. We talk only Benue, because Benue make noise and they said they will even divide the whole country just because some of the people were killed. But those 1,000 people who were killed, they don't say they will divide the country. And the presidency did not send Inspector General of Police to relocate to Mabilla because of 1,000 were killed. They sent Inspector General of Police to relocate to Makodi, Benue State, because about 75 people were killed.
Is President Buhari complicit for this reason?
Well, I believe even if he is not complicit, he is not doing the right thing. Because I believe he should have sent the Inspector General of Police to Zamfara. So many villages were overrun, people were killed for years, even before President Jonathan came into power. And after President Jonathan, now we still see it. And it comes there and then. So I believe if he can send the Inspector General of Police to relocate to Makodi, he should relocate the Chief of Army Staff to Mabilla, because right now people are still being killed in Mabilla. Recently, we have so many pictures of people who were attacked, who were killed, and it is still going on. And nobody, as we speak, who is in jail or who is even waiting trial. So if you allow impunity, if the president or the government allow impunity, I believe this government has really failed the electorate, because they swear in to protect the people.
Before I take you back to Benue, for instance, I want you to give me a picture of what you understand that is going on in Mabilla. What is really going on? Why the killings?
The killing in Mabilla, actually, it is just tribal, it is ethnic, because the Fulanis they are the strongest in economic in that area. They have cattle, they have ranches. What the federal government has been singing, they will do ranches. In Mabilla, there have been ranches. There have never been no ranches in Mabilla. So this tribe, when I was living in Mabilla, if someone tells these people are going to kill the Fulanis, you won't believe it, because they live together. Almost all Mabilla understand Fulfulde. It's almost the language everybody speak to buy or sell. In Mabilla, even if you drink a cup of tea, this money comes from a cow, because they don't have anything except a cattle. Nobody have anything. Anything you see there, it is just people sell cattle, people buy cattle, people rear cattle. The Mabilla rear cattle for the Fulanis. After 1 year, you get one. After 2 years, you get two. This is how the business has been going for a very long time. And it is very surprising. And these are politicians who will sit down and push the community who are innocent. They keep on killing their neighbors without knowing why they are killing their neighbors. Because there's no single reason. There's no land problem in Mabilla. They don't have farms, because you kill some. We always had farmers say that there's no farm in Mabilla. I live in Mabilla. You only see rocks. With this mountain, you find somebody just his surrounding. He has a little maize. That's all. It's not like here what you have in the north or in the southwest. So why is killing? Just politicians are instigating this problem. They are sitting in a cool room enjoying their politics, sending the innocent people killing their neighbors.
That takes me to the next question. Professor Umar Lado, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a very known scholar.
Yeah.
He has said that Benue is clearly a territory of the Fulanis, and for them, for him, is of the opinion that it's more of land grabbing and conquest.
Well, actually, I don't have that history. I read what he wrote. I saw it. I read it, and this is something that I cannot comment because I don't know about it. I don't know whether Benue belongs to Fulanis or not. This is something he wrote, and maybe he has his own reason or evidence of that.
But the Miyetti Allah are clearly saying that they are against the anti-grazing law by the Benue state governor, and that is why the killings will continue. They've said it on national television. They've repeatedly made this clear.
I believe them. I personally believe them because the ranches that are taking place, if a ranches can stop killing, nobody will die in Mabilla. I still repeat it. They have ranches. If ranches will stop killing, the Numan people will have not died because the community who live there, they don't even move from here to that place. They live and they stay there for ages, for years they have been there. These are not the people that are wandering from Niger or from other West African countries coming. These are community who live there all their life.
Is it conquest? Do you believe it's conquest of some sort?
Well, I believe because the problem is, like I said in Mabilla, these are politicians who are instigating, who are propagating hate speech, who are trying to show that this is their own land. And there's no way you can meet someone because you feel he live in the bush, he is not here in the town, he don't own some property here, he don't live like the life you live, you feel he is to live. Because if you go to Numa now, you find a lot of Igbos who are selling. You can't say they should leave. So why do you say somebody who lives behind the town, who raise his cattle, he must leave?
Which is why the anti-grazing law is supposed to correct that
the law cannot correct that because it is already existing in Mabilla, but people are still being killed. And when the Benue state government, let me tell you about the Benue, when they were doing this law, who do they contacted? Do they sit down with the Miyetti Allah? Do they sit down with the Fulani communities? Do they even believe that the Fulani community are part of this? And why in Benue I can go and buy a land today and build my house, but a cattle rearer can only get a leasing for 1 year? Why should it be 1 year? If the law is made for economy, for entrepreneurship, for togetherness between all communities, why everyone even from Accra, not even from Nigeria, from Ghana, you can come and build house in Numan. But a nomad is not allowed to have even 10 years leasing, only one. Why should it be in Benue? Why the law will say only 1 year, and the 1 year is leasing? Who is leasing? And one good question, let me ask you. If you have a ranch, who owns the ranch? If you have this anti-grazing law, you have a grazing area, who will own the grazing area? Is it the Fulanis, the government, the local government, the Miyetti Allah? That means if you have a grazing area here, everyone who is coming, he has to contact you, he has to pay you. And you can say, sorry, my grazing area is full, I don't need anyone more. So what are the criteria of this? Who will own it? That means we are saying that no cattle grazing anymore. Because if you said you have the law, that means if I'm coming, I have to inform you, and you have the right to say yes or no.
I think the argument is on the business side of it. For instance, the farmer says, I buy everything. I buy the seedlings. I at some point even buy the farmland to start my farm produce all over. Why is the herdsman saying I have to move from one point to another without buying a particular space to
But they
graze?
have particular space. I just tell you last weekend, let me tell you something. Last weekend, as we speak with you, in Adamawa State, in Shelleng local government, 4 community of Fulanis who live there, they don't even have cattle. All these 4 communities were burned down. It has never even appeared, even in a northern closer newspaper like Gotel, who is a television there, or a newspaper like Daily Trust. Nobody even know 4 communities burned down completely. 8 people were killed. These people, they live there, they don't even have a neighbor. It's just that a clash has happened somewhere and the tribe came and retaliated on them. So about this movement, it's just a propaganda. It's just like when we have religion Sharia in Nigeria, people feel, oh, this is Sharia, they will cut your hand, they will flog you and so on. This grazing or these Fulanis who move, all these are just fake story. Because the people who are being killed are not the people who are coming from Niger. All the community that were killed are community who live there for many years, who are well known, who knows they are killers sometimes, in both sides. So this movement that we are saying, it is just a political language to me. It is not about people who move. And if you do a research, have you ever seen among the community that were attacked are Fulanis who are moving? Because the Fulani who move, they stay under a small tent. You see them, they are bringing a plastic paper covering their house, going inside. If you go to the river Benue, sometime in dry season, you find these are the people who move. But the community that were killed in all part of Nigeria, none of them are Fulanis who move from south to west. These are people who are resident there. It's just that they are neighbors due to political reason or tribal reason or religious problem, they attack each other.
So you've moved all of this to the table of politicians?
Yes. Because politician, if I can see an attorney general of a state writing to the commissioner of police that the people who were accused of killing 800, you should release them. What does that mean? Is that politics or that is just propaganda? What do you call that? If a whole commissioner of justice would write a letter say those who are accused of killing genocide by the Nigerian army, say that is genocide, and then after they were arrested, you said they should be released. So if you have impunity, what will continue? So
you strongly do believe that from the Taraba, Zamfara end, there's a mass scale of ethnic cleansing going on there?
Well, in Zamfara, I think the problem there is the government failed to do the right thing, because in Katsina it happened. I saw it. The government went right to the bush, made the people who hold gun. I saw AK-47 surrounding. The secretary of Katsina state government went with the soldiers, they met these people, they discussed, and they recovered over 100 AK-47. People surrendered it freely without killing anyone. About 3 years, there are some Fulanis who has never even seen the asphalt route, because they are afraid whenever a Fulani man is seen, they will kill him. So that's why he has to stay in the bush. That I'm telling you what is happening in Zamfara area. And that, right now, that's the problem, because those who were killed are hunters who go in. So the Fulanis don't come out, and when you go into their area, also the bush, they kill you. When you come out, also they are being killed. That is why they don't come in. And what we found out there, following the Katsina investigation and reconciliation, there are people who live in the city like butchers who are benefiting from this, because the Fulanis are afraid to come out. A cow that they will sell about 100,000, since they can't come out, they sell it 50,000, 30,000, because they can't move, they can't go there. If anyone who sees them, they are being killed. So in Zamfara, I believe it's lack of willingness, it's lack of readiness. Politicians sit down somewhere, keep on laughing, but they are not ready to discuss, because in Katsina they discuss. The people, the cattle rustlers surrendered their guns, and peace has returned. Now everywhere you go, I was in Katsina State just last week. I saw Fulanis everywhere, and market that were not becoming popular. Now every market you go, you find it full with Fulanis, cattle, everything.
Is there a way to attain peace in all of this? Because I think right now I'm even living here more confused about the crisis than I was. Yes,
I believe so. But the way is, there are 3 ways. First of all, me and you, the journalists, should do the right work. Because I have been seen in newspaper, in television, fake pictures from Uganda. This picture has been moving for over 4 years between NTA, Channel TV, Vanguard, Daily Trust. This person is carrying AK-47 naked. These are just Maasai. But we put it, I think all of us know what is media ethics. The ethics don't allow me even to publish a picture you give me until you write your name due to copyright. But all this media, including NTA, they put this picture, someone carrying AK-47. This is not their picture. There's no copyright in this picture. So we, the journalists, we have to stop provocation language. the narrative we are giving is not encouraging peace. If you call Fulani murderers, just as you first asked me, why should you call Fulani murderers? You have never said Ijao murderers. You have never said Mabilla murderers. You have never said thief murderers, even though they were giving AK-47. You never called them murderers. Why should you just singly say Fulani? If I say today Igbo, you are saying generally the whole Igbo. Why should I say Igbo? If so, if you have someone just cause a problem in Southwest, why should I say Yoruba? It's not all the Yoruba problem. You cannot say all these people who are selling drugs, who are being arrested daily by NDLA. You cannot say just all the Igbos are just drug sellers. So why if you find one or two people, this you kill me, I kill you, but I am called a terrorist? Why? I think the media, first of all, we have to do a homework and we have to set peace, not to give different narrative, not to follow the politicians, say what the politicians tell us. We have to investigate. Then the government side is the real problem. Impunity is going on in this country. Because I am not saying that Fulani don't have problem or they don't kill. Like the Minister of Agriculture said, he met Fulanis, he asked them, why do you carry AK-47? They said, well, before we used to carry cutlass, just to cut some leaves for our cattle, but the cattle rustlers come with AK-47. So if they come with AK-47 to carry our animal, what do we do? This I saw him when he was saying it. It's not that I read it. He said you can't have a cattle ranch or grazing without providing the place to graze, without providing anything. He gave example how much per day a cow eat, how much you spend for one cow, how much one cow eats. We don't investigate all this. We only the Miyetti Allah don't want it, blah blah. But the Minister of Agriculture himself, he said, to have one cow per day, you have to provide a grass that it will eat. Have you ever asked the Benue State government or the governor of Taraba State, what have you provided for the cattle? Forget about saying Fulanis, because if I hear a journalist saying Fulanis, I saw many people, even in Cameroon, a lot of people have ranches, have cattle. They are not Fulanis. So also in Nigeria, like Jonah Jang, the former governor of Plateau State, he said he have cattle. He grew with cattle. But we always think, when we talk about cattle, we say Fulanis. It is not true. And about the anti-grazing law, I haven't seen so many medias in Nigeria asking, how can you just provide a house before a child is born? You cannot think of all this. We don't ask them why the law. What do the people do? You cannot just come today and say, okay, today I have decided there will be lunch, but there's no rice, there's nothing to cook in the house. You just say you want to eat, you want to have a lunch with rice, chicken. You have never bought anything. You don't have even a penny, because the government of Benue has never provided any flag from anything on the ground to start this law. What they have is just they just bought AK-47. They gave militias who will protect the law, but they did not even provide anything that the law will work on. So the government need to do it is homework, and the federal government in particular has to stand to be a federal government, because the federal government failed. If you have the whole security we have in Nigeria, there's no state security, there's no state police, there's no state army. So they have to be present and they have to do the right work. If you are arrested, you should come to court. Since we started seeing killing in Zamfara, how many people were brought to court? We saw these militias that were arrested from Mabilla, training with gun. They have been taken back to Cameroon because they are Cameroonians. But we haven't seen the militia, the chief militias who were arrested by Nigerian army in Takum. We haven't seen them in court. So they should be presented in the court. The journalists should go and cover it to discuss with them, to hear their narrative, since they said there are over 7,000. How much is the budget of Benue State? They don't even pay salary. But they have money to arm over 7,000. While people work, you have your family, you have your kid, you go to work, you come back, you don't even have money at the end of the month. You don't get salary. But there is someone who is provided with AK-47.
Madam Usman, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.